Hi, welcome to Rate My Gadget, and I'll show you how to assemble the Vango Hush Campbed. First of all, let's get everything out the bag. So this is what it comes with. It's three main component parts. So you've got these bits over here, which are the legs. You've got the actual camp bed cloth itself, and then you've got what brings the camp bed. So these go down the side. Okay. So what you need to do first is roll out the camp bed. And what you want to roll it out is so that these holes here are facing up towards you, and all of this is stitched in, but one end isn't. So one end is open in here, okay? And what you're going to be doing is putting these. So those go into there, slide along, and then you'll see what happens while you've got these hole pockets. So what you've got on both these sides, you've got ones with rubber mounts, so they're the ends. So pull those out, okay? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And if I take everything else away, you'll see what I mean. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 with the rubber mounts at the end, okay? And then all you're doing is you're putting 2 of these in there, and then you're feeding them down. So let me show you what I mean. So in order to assemble them, there's no click or anything, they literally just slide in. And you'll see there's one that's got a lower diameter or a smaller diameter than the other one. Then once you've put it into one line, so you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and they don't clip together or anything like that. And then once you've got that together, what you're doing is then you're going back and you're feeding it through this hole down the camp bed. Okay, so this is how you do it. So you've got all 4 bits, and like I say, they're not clipped together. And what you do is you find the end which has got the pocket, and you're feeding it through. So you're putting it through there. So if you want to get closer, so you're feeding it through there. And what you might find is actually some of the bits might unclip, and that's fine. So you're just trying to feed it down there. And what might happen, it might catch on one of these holes there. So if it starts coming out there, push it back and make sure it goes inside. Okay. Now, as you can see, one of mine's fallen off, and that's fine because you just keep pushing it in until you get to the point where you get to that end, put it back again. So it's a bit fiddly. Put it until it hits a stop, and then this end bit here, you need to make sure that you push this all the way to the end, and then you clip this, and this is where it gets a little bit difficult. You just pull that over the end there. So now that's closed in there, okay? So that's it. So as you can see, I've already done that one, and then do this one here. And what you should find, in order to see if it works, and I'll show you this next bit, each of these little square holes has a little eye that you can see. Okay, so you can see the little eye, and I'll show you what you have to do with those next. So now that you've got the rods in, what you'll notice is these square windows line up with these circles on them. And what you've got, and I'll show you on one that's loose, but you basically want to be able to spin around so that you're looking at the larger of the two, because that's what the leg goes into. So I'll show you what I mean. So here's one that's outside. So there's the larger of the hole, and there's the smaller of the hole. What that means is, if I just show you, if I just kind of bring that out. So if you look at when you put the leg in, the leg goes into that bigger hole. And what happens is it won't go into that smaller size hole. It's too big to go into that smaller size hole there. Okay, so you need to go along all of them so that you can see the bigger size hole. So this one you can see the bigger size hole, and try and do this if you can before you fit the legs, because it's much easier once you've done this. Now, if you're having issues trying to kind of spin them around, so you know, let's just say, let's see if I can find one. Here you go, here's a good one. So this one, you know, there's the big hole there, and it's a bit difficult to kind of grab it. What you can do is get one of the legs, try and get it into the hole itself, and then just turn it. Okay, so now you've got the hole lined up, and I'll just show you this one. I'm going to have to do the same. Okay, so there's the smaller size hole. Oops, sorry. You can see there. You need to try and see if you can get something there. Get the legs in, get them in that hole, and just turn it. Okay, there you go. So now I've got all the big fat legs lined up. Okay, once you've gone along the windows, you you've now got, each of the windows has got the larger diameter hole. Okay. These legs here, and this is the bit which gets really difficult, these legs here, you have to put one end in, and the best thing is with these holes, see if you can have them pointing slightly inwards. So the bigger holes slightly inwards, because it just makes it a little bit easier. And then, to be honest, it's just brute strength then. All you're doing is you're pushing, so you put one in, and you're pushing that leg into that hole, and it will be really stiff and really hard to do. And just watch your fingers, and also if it springs out, watch where it goes. So if I just show you how you do it. So basically you're putting your hand against there, pushing, and you'll feel it's gone in, and that goes really tight. And it is quite difficult. And it's probably one of the things that's most frustrating with this, because it's, you know, if you're setting this up on a campsite or whatever, it's pretty hard work. So now, once you put one in, what you'll find is these poles go really rigid in terms of being able to turn them. And that's where I say use the trick of putting one of these in. And what you can do is you can spin the pole round where you need it. It's not always that easy. But if I show you what I mean, so if you pull that in, you can then just pull it in like that. Okay, so let me go along these, show you, and then I'll turn it over, and that's it, it's completed. Right. So this one here, if you come in here, so I've got to the last leg now, and as you can see, the hole has moved around even though I set it up properly. So if you can get the leg in there, you can move it around, okay? So I can now put that leg in. Same with this one, look, this has started moving around. So if I can, as long as I can get the leg in there, I can turn it around. So you clip it in, so make sure it goes in to the furthest point, and then what you're doing is you're just pushing this, put it in, and now that's not in properly because it hasn't clicked in. You want to kind of wiggle it, and then it just clicks down. You'll hear it click down, and it kind of goes in. And then using back, that's it. That's the camp bed. Okay, so you know that's everything. That's all you need for it. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope that's helped. Disassembly is exactly the same, apart from in reverse. The only thing I would say, really word of warning, is when you're taking these out, you have to be really careful. I would say take the one out that's away from you rather than this one. Because if you take the one that's near you, it's going to spring in. So this one, if I take that out, that springs out, like that. Okay? So it's best it's the one that springs out to you, rather than the one that springs in. So don't try and take this one out, because you might catch yourself on your leg. Be really careful of fingers in here as well when you're taking it out. But that's it. So I hope that's helped. Please do like, please subscribe.